Today I'll be talking about Joseph Hennig, also known as DrWitnesser, the Chudster, or the Faithful Sheriff Online, a guy who has recently returned to the internet, or seemed to have a second rise on the internet, weirdly enough. Given the context of what he talks about, that's kind of a very funny way of saying it. He's a guy that was on the internet for a while, got banned, and came back, although he really shouldn't have. But if you like videos like these, make sure to like and subscribe as I make videos on lolcows, internet dramas, and more. I have multiple ongoing series in the playlist section of my channel that you all can go check out that cover those exact topics. Make sure you use YouTube's mobile-only hide feature and watch this video all the way through, as that helps me out the most. Make sure to follow my Twitter, is linked in the description below. And with all that said,
let's go!
Joseph Hennig started out under the name DrWitnesser. He was mainly a Fortnite streamer, but he wasn't like all of the other gaming streamers out there. He was truly different, but in a pretty interesting way. He would, quote, bring gospel to gamers. Now, I'll get into like the religious stuff soon, because I think that's kind of important given that how I talk about it. But if you've been around and you watch my videos all the way through, then you'll know that I, of course, say at the end of my videos, keep God close. I really do mean that, and I attempt to defend God or tell people what they're doing wrong when representing faith, like I do with the creepy TikTok family. So I am not going to be one of those making fun of his beliefs, as there seems to be a very popular video out there, or maybe multiple videos from a lot of other creators, that more so go into making fun of faith, which I think is very weird and messed up. But I'll definitely criticize what he's labeling himself as, because he labels himself as a preacher, and I'm going to be criticizing him around that as well in this video, but also going over who he is and what all he has done, and also how he's a bad or more hurtful representation of faith, and rather than helpful, unlike what he thinks, I guess. But if you don't know, he would basically go into Fortnite lobbies and force religion down people's throats, and even attempt to debate them sometimes, or try to talk back whenever they talk trash towards him. Problem is, he is so awkward he can't succeed in any of these interactions, so it ends up just being a weird, cringy mess.
I don't know if we can res you. You might want to call God to come resurrect you.
Hey, that's not funny.
It's pretty funny. You're not, you smiled. Don't lie.
I didn't.
Don't get too serious on us, alright? We're playing Fortnite. We're not here to listen to your Bible studies.
Hey, dude. It's the most important thing you're ever going to listen to in your whole entire life. If you don't turn from your wicked ways and repent and trust in Jesus, you're going to die and burn to hell and cease to exist and turn to ash. That's not going to affect anything you think about. Stop using his name in vain, bro.
I did not say his name in vain.
You said OMG.
And do you do that, like, that God thing, like, after the afterworld or whatever?
Yes, I do that. Yes, that's me.
Oh my... I didn't...
Hey.
What the heck?
Don't...
How?
What? You can't just sit there and just start busting out, taking his name in vain and stuff like that.
Oh my...
Stop taking his name in vain, dude.
He is also doing this on a video game that mainly kids play, Fortnite. And due to him speaking to kids and telling them that they were going to hell if they didn't change or accept God,
And believing that Jesus is going to happen and saying that it's not truth.
Who, me?
Anybody.
Oh.
Anybody who sits there and says Jesus is not the Son of God, because what I'm saying is you're denying what Scripture says. You're denying the hundreds of prophecies that were fulfilled through Jesus.
Yeah, well, I'm denying that because usually what you're talking about, since you're American and Christian, since the Muslim culture, we don't really talk about that.
Yeah, you don't talk about it because they don't want to believe it. That's why. So look, if you were to die in your sins today, you would be sentenced to hell.
he got permanently banned from Twitch due to this, or indefinitely, I should say. His ban was back in 2021, so it's been a minute, and a lot of clips going through Twitter and such at the time are basically now gone or kind of lost media. But I think he was being really weird on like other social medias as well, such as Twitter, and you could assume that he had weird tweet responses to all of the criticism he was getting online, because he was getting very popular online during this time as well and had a lot of criticism towards himself as well. I'm guessing he responded weirdly on Instagram and on Twitter. His streaming run in Twitch went from April 2020 to January 2021 before getting banned, and he apparently wanted to take legal action against the platform over his ban as well. Instead of blaming how he went about things, he blamed the platform for being prejudiced, saying on Twitter, quote, Twitch has yet again shown that they have no tolerance for a, quote, hashtag Christian streamer who preaches what the hashtag Bible teaches. They are a biased, hypocritical organization that shoves their agenda down everyone's throats. There's no update on this lawsuit at all. I'm guessing he didn't go with it. I think over time he said he's trying to find the quote right firm for this. But yeah, this never ended up being, you could definitely assume why. Every lawyer was like, no, we're not doing all that. I'm pretty sure Twitch has like the right to ban you for whatever reason they deem necessary, but they do put in guidelines in there for a reason. Of course, you kind of have to online. But after getting banned, he went on to DLive or other platforms like that, but I'm pretty sure it was just DLive. And then he went on to YouTube. He actually, before he got banned, had a big Twitch following too of 140,000 followers. And on TikTok, he got up to 350,000 followers. It was absolutely insane. Considering that in that small span of time, you know, less than a year from what it looks like, he had so many followers. But I'm guessing it's just because he blew up over time and had a lot of people kind of like criticizing him. So a lot of people just followed him just to keep in touch of what he was doing. And also, I feel like he's more of like a Facebook type of creator. This dude definitely belongs on Facebook. He had a lot of inspiration from Dr. Disrespect, and that's why he named himself, you know, DrWitnesser. And he did defend him multiple times whenever asked about it.
Why did you defend him? Let's see, probably because he didn't break any laws. People in America, generally, when they commit a crime, they're investigated and they get arrested. So he did something stupid by whispering somebody in on Twitch, which, by the way, is going to be 10 years ago. I got a question for you.
Yeah. Hey, just let me know.
Say I'm talking to a 17-year-old girl on Twitch. We're talking about like just content creation, right? Talking about maybe collabing on a game or something, you know. And I say I'll be right back. I have to go blow up a toilet because I have heavy acidic diarrhea. Would that be inappropriate?
I don't think the question would be inappropriate. I think that talking to a 17-year-old girl trying to collaborate with her would be the inappropriate part.
Okay, so what if she was going to be like 18 the next day? Would that be still inappropriate?
Yeah, because she's not 18.
The Dr. Disrespect situation, at least from what I've seen, is so weirdly vague. It's one of the most vague and weird dramas I've ever seen that has come out where people are openly calling him a pred, but I don't think legally there will ever be any documents able to release about this situation. So it's just kind of a weird situation where his own responses make him seem guilty. You know what I mean? That's what I mainly think about in the Dr. Disrespect situation. But whenever he goes about defending him, it is kind of weird. And also, like, his examples trying to defend him also just don't really work. This is also important as he copies recent popularized streamer TheBurntPeanut, a VTuber streamer who uses a peanut as his character. He has gotten super popular recently, being, quote, patriotic and funny. He also plays video games and is known for mainly that. He mainly plays Tarkov from what I've seen on the clips online. But Joseph openly copies him, saying this about why he uses his peanut VTuber model.
So a lot of people across social media have been wondering, why are you a peanut? Why are you copying the burnt peanut? This is a new low. You are stupid. Be original. Yada, yada, yada. And I hear you. The problem is I don't care. I really don't. Why am I doing it? Well, because for fun, because I find it fun. And 2, for exposure. It's not a rebrand, by the way. Guy in chat's like, why are you rebranding? It's not a rebrand. I'm still DrWitnesser. And for exposure, I'm a content creator. I do this for a living. I make money off of my videos, believe it or not. And I figured, okay, so I made up this storyline, obviously. Breaking the third wall here. I made up this storyline. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize to Gingy. I did make a video that was explaining how someone like her or that streamer style was boring compared to the Burnt Peanut streaming style. It all started from me talking, commenting on the Around the Bar podcast video of her, and I said she was a boring streamer, I guess. I said she was a boring streamer. I never would have dreamed in the world that she would have seen that comment and commented on it. And when she did, I felt bad. And so I made a video explaining why I said what I said. But people were like, oh, you're still calling her boring. I was like, well, okay. I apologized to her. and in her stream, and she was really cool to me in her stream and was nice and seemed like everything was fine. I deleted the video on X and deleted my comment on TikTok. So first, Gingy, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. You're not boring. You're just a different type of streamer, and that's fine. And people like you and love you, and I like you too. You're a nice person. And it's a learning lesson. I am sorry. Moving on. Why my peanut? Because, like I said, it's funny. It's content. It's entertaining. And for exposure. I made up the storyline. Part of it was true, where I said Gingy was a boring streamer. And I woke up the next day, and Peanut cursed me. He turned me into a peanut because of what I said about Gingy. I made that storyline up because just out of a whim. I wasn't even thinking. Just the next day, I was like, oh, this would be fun. And I started researching and stuff. I made it up for fun, to have fun, and for exposure. If I get to collab, or if I get to, any kind of exposure from the Burnt Peanut is good exposure for the channel. That means more people watch the channel, more people hear about Jesus and the gospel message, and more people have more fun, and I'm having fun. Ever since I started doing this 4 days ago, I've had a blast. I could honestly say this is the most fun I've ever had streaming ever. And I'm not even streaming to that many people. There's only 16 people watching right now, but I'm having a blast. I'm literally having fun doing this. I'm having fun making my videos. I'm having fun talking to people in games. I'm having the most fun in my years of streaming on and off I've ever had. I'm literally having so much fun. And so I don't care what you guys think. People like, well, you're copying his mannerisms. Yes, that's part of the storyline. That's part of the storyline. I am turned into a peanut, so I'm going to copy some of the peanut's mannerisms because that's part of what being a bungulator is in my story. I'm going to be like, oh, no, oh, no, oh. You've seen that in some of the videos. I'm going to copy that because it's funny to me. And I think it's funny how he does it. I'm gonna some of my mannerisms are gonna be copied because I think it's funny and I'm having fun. And it's part of being turned into a peanut, my storyline, okay? I'm having a lot of fun. And so yeah, people are gonna accuse me of copying the Burnt Peanut. I don't care. It's my storyline I made up and I'm having a blast with it. If he responds to it, that's gonna be so cool. It's so awesome. Like I said, my argument in one of my videos was that he's always talking about his people and how there's peanut people and people are being racist against his people. Because he's having fun too, guys. He's having fun too. I hope he sees this and he laughs his butt off and he thinks this is cool and it's fun. And if we get exposure and people start watching because of it, that's gonna be awesome. Think about how many more people will hear about Jesus every day. It's a marketing ploy. Is it risky? Yeah, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun, guys. Can we just chill and have fun? Let's talk about the dark side. Ever since I started streaming in September, people think, oh, I'm doing this because I don't want to show my face. No, but ever since I started doing this, I've discovered that the trolls are frustrated that I'm not showing my face. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, guys. I am fine with that. But ever since I started streaming up full-time in September, and I say full-time meaning every day, Monday through Friday. Ever since I started doing that and going into Fortnite and Arc Raiders and telling people about the Bible, I have gotten literally death threats every single day on TikTok, Instagram, X, sometimes YouTube. Let me say this, the YouTube community, you're awesome. You guys are way cooler than the Instagram community. The Instagram community is filled with hate, insane, psychopathic children. I'm not kidding. Every day it's kill yourself. Every day it's you should have got Kirk. Every day take a chair yourself. No one, God should have taken you, not Kirk. Die. I hope you get all these insane comments. Imagine anything you can imagine about telling people to go off themselves, I get on a daily basis, hundreds of times, all across social media, every day since September. Okay, like it doesn't affect me to the point where I'm gonna do it or something like that. I'm there, strong, fortitude. I'm just telling you what I deal with. I have gotten swatted 3 times. I've had a whole county's worth of sheriff's department pull up to my house and surrounded our house with lawn guns, AR-15s, full tactical gear, pointed at me on the porch at 11 o'clock at night. No joke. yeah, of course they're investigating. They have notes and like, okay, someone calls this number about this house. There's an active investigation from the police department investigating whoever did this. People are vile and evil on this internet, and just know that I don't care what you say. I'm going to do whatever I want to do to have fun and keep spreading the gospel message in Fortnite, because God has blessed me with this platform, blessed me with this house, blessed me with a family, and it's the least I can do for him by planting seeds in Fortnite. And you will never, ever, because of these trolls online and these psychopath people online, you will never see my family. You will never see pictures of my kids anymore, or my wife, or me, ever again. I don't care if the burnt peanut says, oh, you're released from this curse. I'm having too much fun. I don't foresee me not becoming, this is outside the third wall. This is outside the storyline. I don't ever see me becoming not a peanut. And if I do, it's going to be a green screen, because you're not going to see me inside my house ever again. These people are psychopaths, like insane psychopaths that are on the internet wishing for my death every day, constantly, posting my address, what they think is my address, posting my address, pictures of my house on Instagram, TikTok, X, asking people to show up with guns. Literally the most evil, vile things you can think of people are doing on and my wife's like, just block them all. I'm like, it's hundreds daily. I'm not gonna sit there and block hundreds of accounts every day. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and these psychopaths are gonna keep doing what they're doing, but I'm not gonna stop because of what they're doing. But as far as this whole peanut stuff is concerned, I don't care what you think. I'm having fun. And that's all that we should care about. In the streaming world, why are we caring if someone is a peanut and there's another peanut in the streaming platform? Why are we caring? This is my storyline. I made it up. If the Burnt Peanut ever collaborates with it, cool. Awesome. Like, great exposure. For a content creator, that's super cool. The biggest streamer on the planet right now, that would be amazing. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. But I don't care. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to be the family-friendly peanut that goes into Fortnite and sometimes other games and tells people about Jesus. And if you're mad about me copying his mannerisms, it's just part of the storyline. It's because I'm a peanut. That's the whole shindig, everybody. That's the whole thing. So that's that. That's why I'm a peanut. And because of my family's safety, I'm choosing to never show you guys my house or my kids or my wife ever again, because you guys are psychopaths. And I'm going to continue having fun doing what I'm doing. And like I said, this is a storyline I made up out of just out of thin air randomly over the weekend, and I thought I'd have fun with it, and I'm having fun with it. Like I said, this is the most fun I've ever had, and I think the facial expressions are hilarious. Like I think what you can do as a VR peanut is freaking hilarious. It's funny. It's funny to me. And I'm not trying to be the burnt peanut. I'm trying to put myself in a burnt peanut mythical world of being turned into a peanut by the burnt peanut. He's my arch nemesis. That's my storyline. If you don't like it, oh well, go watch someone else.
I mean, at least that he was somewhat honest here in this whole big, long response. But at the same time, just copying people and being so unoriginal is kind of just weird. And, yeah, it's just like, you're a grown man, you should be able to do your own thing. There are now plenty of people copying the burnt peanut, though, like, whether it's, like, the blank, object, or the blank food item, like, plenty of people are doing it now, but still, it's pretty cringe. Like, it's still just, like, rather be yourself. And, I mean, at the end of the day, it did give him that exposure that he wanted, but still. He would also mention him multiple times, like, via Twitter, like, he would, like, at him a lot. He also tried to start this campaign of, like, you have to get him to message me and saying, like, oh, release this curse on me, which I think is in here. But it's just a bunch of, like, weird, cringe stuff. And it's so obvious and so, in a way, desperate to attempt to get any interaction out of the burnt peanut as well.
He's always asking me, now, Sheriff, did the burnt peanut even know you exist? Son, I guarantee it does. And I challenge him to a duel. See which one is the fastest draw in Speranza. Now, if he ever kind of the peanut that everybody says he is, he'll accept my duel. But if he don't, let it be known that he's a yellow-bellied coward. What do you think, Burnt Peanut? You got what it takes to go against the fastest draw in the West? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, the internet. Now you got one decision. It's either Dr. Witnesser or the faithful sheriff. It's up to you. Here's the deal. If you get the Burnt Peanut to respond to this video by saying, I release you of your peanut bombs, you'll get your Witnesser back, and I'll be gone.
So he is now a back-to-back copycat.
Gluttony's a sin. Hey, Dr. Witnesser. Gluttony's a sin.
It looks like this change happened around February, early February, as a few days later on his TikTok, he went from posting just his regular self to posting under the Peanut character. And before he did this change, he made a tweet saying that he got into a bad accident, saying, quote, I was involved in a horrible accident today. I don't know if I'll be scarred forever or not, but I will persevere and continue to bring gospel to the children of Fortnite, which is just kind of insane to say to me. Please don't make fun of my appearance on Monday's stream. Together we will get through this and hope there is a way to return some semblance of a normal life. I'll see you then. So it made it sound like he was in this terrible accident of some sort. You can assume a car because he doesn't have an actual job. But yeah, he makes this entire tweet, and then whenever he comes back, he's just in the Peanut character. And he actually responds to people that criticized him, being like, well, you kind of lied to everyone, making it seem like you're in a way worse situation.
Have to just keep moving on. The gospel must move forward. Peanut or no peanut, somehow we'll get through this, people. Isn't lying not a sin? I lied saying you were in a terrible accident. We were worried. This is not a joke. What do you mean? Is this not an accident? You think I'm a peanut on purpose? You think I want to be a peanut? I don't know how people could be hating. This is not my fault. Obviously, that peanut's fault. He cast some spell on me. Whenever someone donates to him, he's like, oh, he's casting spells. He must have did this to me. Bro, straight up copying Burnt Peanut. We are at an all-time low. How many times do I have to tell you I was turned into a peanut by the Burnt Peanut? You think I like not having no arms and legs? You think I enjoy people accusing me of copying somebody? There can only be apparently one peanut in a world of 8 billion people? He turned me into this. I'm not copying anything. He has not spoken about this yet, and he needs to.
I think him lying about this was really weird, to be honest, especially trying to make it seem way more serious. But before he changed his name to the Faithful Sheriff, he changed it to the Chudster. Chud, if you don't know, is a recently popularized term on the internet meaning cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. It originates from a 1984 film named Chud, or CHUD, but is now used to describe ugly and stupid people. So I don't really know why he named himself this in the beginning. Maybe because he couldn't think of a new name on Twitch and went with a random popular internet term to try to kind of get more interaction and viewership. But shortly into this run, he changed it into the Faithful Sheriff, where he is even more like Dr. Disrespect now, putting on a mustache, a cowboy hat, a bad fake accent, a serpe, and of course a Bible on his Peanut character. His account's followings include a 28.5 thousand subscriber YouTube channel, a 75.8 thousand follower account on TikTok, and 117,000 followers on Twitch. Which makes me wonder if he was unbanned, or what was going on with some of these platforms, because the last thing I seen is he only had 14,000 YouTube subscribers around the time of his ban. On TikTok, he had like near 350,000. And he actually went under the Dr. Witnesser name on this same TikTok account. So I don't really know what happened here. And also, that's a lot of Twitch followers to have. So I don't know. Maybe he got unbanned on Twitch randomly and started, going by that same name, Dr. Witnesser. And then went on to change it a couple times. On his TikTok, he also reposted a TikTok that was kind of dissing him as well. And is the only repost that he has. So it's kind of funny and doesn't really make sense. But he is verified on TikTok as well somehow. I'm guessing it's because I know that for TikTok, you have to have multiple articles written about you or something like that to get verified, and there's been plenty written against this dude, and especially I'm guessing now with his return as the Faithful Sheriff. He also has a cameo starting out at $38.50, which is absolutely insane to me. He's not worth that at all, especially whenever you look at some of the previews, but a lot of them have copywritten or possibly copywritten music in the background, so I can't really show you his very odd cameos, but they include details that I get into in some of the next sections. But due to his defending a Dr. Disrespect, people call him a Pred Defender, which is, of course, a very bad title to have. And people have shown that he said the N-word on Instagram comments and on stream a few times in the past, so people call him racist for that, and the fact that he made some black jokes.
Did you say the N-word? And I'm like, what N-word? You mean nigga? What N-word are you talking about? Are you afraid to say Why are people afraid to say this word? Why are people afraid to type it out? I'm not saying it to a black man. I'm not saying it offensively to anybody. I'm just saying the word. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. What if I was a history teacher and I'm teaching the history? What if I'm teaching African American history, or like, you know, history where slavery was a thing? And I, as a history teacher, I say the word n. If I say these words as a historical teacher to show you in context what people were saying, is that bad? Like, why you say the N-word? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you type it out? It's just a word. It's how you use it, people. Okay? It's how you use it. I'm not calling a black man that word, and I'm not talking, and I'm not calling people that word in my speech using slang terms. I'm just saying the word as a word in itself. I'm not using it towards anybody or derogatory or to describe somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you're so afraid, which it's hilarious, because the people who say, did you say the N-word? This Cliff530 person is a nobody. In the grand scheme of things, in the Twitch universe, he's a nobody. And even he's scared to even type the N-word out. He can't say, did you say the word n? Like, he's afraid to say it. He's conditioned to not even type it out on the internet. It's like really dumb. Like, I'm not racist because I say a word. That's another thing. People in the chat, oh, you're racist, you said the N-word. Do you know what being racist is? It's hating somebody because of the color of their skin. That's what being racist is. You saying a word doesn't make you racist. Did you know that? I am one of the furthest people in the world that look upon as bad. I don't look upon or hate anybody because of the color of the skin. I think it's that people even think that way, and it's evil. It's what, you know, people think that way because of the evil in their heart, because of Satan. But I just think it's, if you use common sense, just saying a word is not bad and doesn't make you racist. It's how you say it. It's how you use it. And I think it's silly how people are literally scared to say the word, even in a context of describing the word. You know what I mean? Like, I'm using it in a context, a certain type of context, and people are like, oh, chicken or turkey?
Turkey game.
Watermelon or cantaloupe?
Watermelon.
Grape soda or Pepsi?
Grape soda. Trying to be racist there, bud?
And he does it more whenever there's actual black people in the game with him as well. And he has a very weird, quote, joke or an ongoing one that I'm thinking is projection of his fart fetish. Just like the Predator Pyrocynical, which I have a series on, you can go check out. As of now, his character farts randomly on stream, and he weirdly talks about and goes into detail about farting on stream as well.
You know, and sometimes you gotta let out a little moan when you fart, because it sometimes it's a bad one. It's not my fault. Hey, what's up? Nice fart. Did you just put your butt up to the microphone and fart into it?
No, I just farted.
Spicy hot diarrhea?
Yeah, basically.
Hot raging
chicken
diarrhea?
Don't mind the.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, let's fart on him. Well, sniff it.
Wow, bro. That's it, bro.
We got it.
There's a whole rabbit hole regarding farting, like, in content, especially towards kids, which is a whole discussion of its own, I think mainly around Elsagate. But I do think that this is very weird and a odd returning factor. Also, in some of his cameos, he, like, does it multiple times during a, like, you know, minute long or a little bit over that long cameo. His content is just not really funny or entertaining, and when he tries to be, it's so poorly done and cringy.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What up, it all?
Ooh, cracking open a cold one. Let's
Tell
go.
you what.
Let's go. Let's go. I like myself a nice root beer too.
Stay hydrated.
Gotta stay hydrated. Yes, sir. Where you from, big guy?
North Carolina.
Oh, nice. How's the weather over there?
Cold.
Oh, the warmth has passed and now it's cool. What do you do for work? I'm assuming you got done with work today and now you're just chilling, right?
I am. I'm a
Nice.
land surveyor.
Ooh, cool. That sounds like fun. Oh, Dingle, we got all
Pays
kinds
the
of people
bills.
all over the place. Hold on, hold on. Oh, oh. I gotta get out of here. People are on my tail. Oh, Dingle. Focus up, focus up.
Coming, guys.
Snipers are crazy. They're
Not the
crazy.
bus.
They're ravenous. They're ravenous animals. I'm reloading. Reloading. Look, there's a guy across the way shooting at me. Oh, help, Wrenchwood, help! Oh, over there. Over yonder. There, there's on this wall. Oh no. Oh, got him. Got one of them. Got one of them. There's another one. Get out of here, stream snipers. Get something better to do with your life. Get a job like this guy had. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. We're surviving. We're surviving. It's dangerous out here in the land of Fortnite.
You from
Country boy
Atlanta?
can't survive. Let's do it, boys. Follow me, deputies. We got this.
Uh-oh. He's
Oh
not-
no,
well, I don't
Dingle!
rise.
Branchwood's
There's two
down!
of them.
We gotta rescue him. Let's go, let's go.
Help me, help me.
Oh, we got you, don't worry. Lock and load. These guys won't stand a chance against the deputy. Oh, Dingle! Oh, I'm gonna get him! Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh no, a guy in a bush! What? The dude in the bush just came out of nowhere! Satanic tactics, that's what that is.
He doesn't do anything right. He's more entertaining telling kids that they are going to hell and being more genuine rather than being this weird character of his. Him being edgy isn't even funny either, which is the other thing. He labels himself as a religious person and quote preacher, bringing gospel to gamers, but also does stuff like this. And I feel like if you're going to represent yourself as a preacher, then you would expect him to act a little different and, you know, just act better and not make these type of jokes. Now, to go into the religious aspect, there's an example I wanted to bring up of him talking to two people in a game. He does seem to be a bit more weird or hateful towards people he doesn't agree with, like transgender people, and here's that.
How you two? You guys believe in the Lord?
I am in the process of learning, but yeah.
I'm not very religious, but I was as a kid. But I'm transgender, so it's like people use it against me a lot. So
What's transgender?
my sex that I was assigned at birth does not align with my identity, and I've been medically transitioning.
No shame in that. If you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Well, of course, I got a little bit different opinion on that matter, but hey, the Lord loves us all. He wants us all to turn to Him and trust in Him, and if we turn away from our sin and trust in Him and believe in Him, we shall be saved.
Love thy neighbor,
Yeah, loving your neighbor involves telling them the truth about what God said. God says this is wrong and that is wrong,
Oh,
and
you're
then
shouting on me.
it'd be a shame if you didn't tell your neighbor that they were in the wrong, because then they could just be damned to hell and they wouldn't know it.
I used to go to church a lot as a kid.
Well, seems like some of it didn't stick in very well now, did it?
I guess for me, I actively avoided it, but I'm going to learn on my own terms and interpret it the way I feel it should be interpreted.
Well, Missy, that's where you got it wrong. We're not supposed to interpret it based on our feelings. We're supposed to interpret it based on what it says.
Of course, you don't have to agree with these people, but still, whenever you're representing faith and you're also just kind of being weird, aggressive, or hateful towards people, you look like the stereotype. You make us look bad. And when given the opportunity to talk to someone in-game about religion and it be relevant as they are looking into it, he kind of ruins that opportunity. And forcing religion onto people is another thing I don't really like, and it more so puts a bad taste in people's mouth towards religion, especially whenever he comes off as more pathetic and bad at responding or talking to people about the topic whenever they go against him. He is a representer, sadly, of religion and Christianity, but he constantly makes us look bad. He's a part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church Christian denomination, and the ways that he does his content could possibly work, But the way that he goes about it just does not work at all. I don't think he's meant for this. I don't think or like how a lot of people just clown him for just the religion and not his way of going about it. It's sad that the more popular videos, like I said earlier, are mainly going against faith or do a lot of like nudges towards like, this guy's an idiot because of what he believes. You know what I mean? And of course he comes off as the weird stereotype or the bad one, and I get it. And I get being mad at him, as, you know, I don't really like this either. He has a kid, by the way. This dude's a fully grown man who seems to have no job other than streaming. He actually got doxxed on stream recently, which has become a huge meme. And speaking of being memed, his comments are mainly just clowning him. He actually threatened legal action against SuperMega, so this whole SuperMega drama is also kind of funny as well. Basically, if you don't know, there's a meme picture that goes around as well in the comments of his Twitter posts, of his TikTok posts even somehow, of the DrWitnesser's character, but with, like, balls and the meat, you know what I mean? And someone, SuperMega, remade this, saying, "The faithful sheriff asked us to recreate the image using your likeliness so he could feel more included." The faithful sheriff responds saying, "I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently some of y'all are a little slow," which is something I'll be getting into in a moment. "I don't know these people, I never asked for this. Obviously, this is a joke that they did, ... And SuperMega responds with, "Dude." And it shows a screenshot of, of what looks to be a real, like, okay, this part's funny too. Someone says his moves are definitely bigger than that. But it's a picture that of a screenshot of messages supposedly between TheBurntPeanut and SuperMega. It says, "Hello, I'm a Christian content creator and a part of the Peanutverse. I hear you guys are responsible for the DrWitnesser meme where his penis is exposed. Please make a version of that epic meme for the faithful sheriff. ? Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use." And yeah, his moves are definitely bigger than that. But this is just hilarious. He got so offended over this, by the way, that he decided to respond multiple times. And like two of those times are in videos. And it's about like just here's the first video.
Okay, well, I didn't think I'd ever have to defend myself of something like this, but as some of you might know, this random Twitter guy named SuperMega tweeted out something that's inappropriate that I can't show you, but it's a picture of my avatar with a wiener on it. And at first, you know, I thought it was funny. These guys have like 200,000 something followers on Twitter or X and 1 million on YouTube. At first I thought it was funny and I was like, haha, okay, they're posting this as a joke, haha. Okay, yeah, that's funny, cool, haha. They said that the faithful sheriff asked us to recreate his image using his likeness so he can feel more included. As some of you might know, this is a recreation of a burnt peanut image of his private parts. The problem is I never talked to these guys, I never asked for this. So obviously I thought it was a joke. I thought they were just kidding. So I responded. I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently some of y'all are a little slow. I don't know these people and I never asked for this. Obviously this is a joke that they did. And they proceeded to respond and said, "You requested us to do this?" And I said, "What in the world are you talking about? No, I did not." And people were like, "Oh, you're lying." I was like, "You were in the room with us, blah, blah, blah." And then today, well, no, 10 hours ago, they posted dude and they posted this, you know, obviously photoshopped because I never DM'd them at all. You know, obviously as a Christian content creator and someone who represents the Bible and the Lord, I would never ask for anything like this, ever, ever. So I think this is just a smear campaign by SuperMega to try to get, you know, people to see me as not a genuine Christian content creator or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, they post this clearly Photoshop made up text DM that says, "Hello, I'm a Christian content creator as part of the Peanut verse," which I've never used that term. "I hear you guys are responsible for the burnt peanut meme where his penis is exposed. Please make a version of the epic meme for the faithful sheriff." I never said this. I never even knew that these guys existed prior to yesterday when this post came out. Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use. Obviously, this is not me. Y'all have seen me. This person probably weighs about 170. I'm 300 pounds. Not proud of it, but that's how much I weigh. Obviously, I'm losing weight, but yeah, this is obviously not me. So this is obviously made up. I actually DM'd them, which I will show you the DMs right now. This is my first and only DMs with these people, as you can see. It's clear, it's 100% my first and only DMs on Twitter with these people. Are you for real? Why do you think I requested that? Why would I do that? Did someone contact you claiming to be me or something? I'm a Christian content creator. Why would I ask for that? I don't know. I was supposed to say I don't know who you talked to, but it wasn't me. This is my only X account, and my official email is thefaithfulsheriff@outlook.com. I have a Discord, but that is not my primary mode of communication. If anyone contacted you outside of these channels, is not me. Please take the post down immediately, because being a Christian content creator, that is definitely not something I would ask for, even though it did give me a laugh. It's highly inappropriate and detrimental to my mission. So again, they posted this. It's a big fat lie. I did not ask for this. I would never ask for this, ever. So they're just clearly trying to troll me and besmirch my image. If they keep doing it, I'll probably see if I can pursue some legal action for defamation, because this is BS. They're like, oh, just as I was recording this, I don't know, they keep changing it. This was 10 hours ago. How come I'm just as I was recording this, they posted another message. We have a message from you right here. That's clearly not me. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So yeah, no idea what they're talking about. This isn't me. I never did this. They're lying. They're 100% lying. Hopefully they take it down. I don't know what their goal is, but clearly their goal is to troll me. And if they keep pursuing this, like I said, legal action will ensue. I would never ask for something like that. Have never asked for something like that. Will never ask for something like that. So SuperMega, keep doing it at your own risk.
Where he goes on to say, I'm going to sue them for defamation if they continue. The tweet says, the account SuperMega is 100% lying. If they are telling the people I requested this, I'll be pursuing legal action for defamation. He also goes on to make another tweet later on talking about this again. Because he's still upset about it. Saying, this was like 2 weeks later, probably like about like 12 days later, about 2 weeks. And it says, as SuperMega, do the right thing. And here's that video.
This guy in the chat said, I'm just saying SuperMega would be more likely to be down to hash things out over some Fortnite. They love the game, and having followed them for a long time, I promise they would be more likely to reach an acceptable end in this situation through Fortnite than through court. This is an issue conflicting values, not outright malice. Either way, God bless Sheriff. I love SuperMega and the Lord, so I would love to see this reach a good end for both sides. Here's the thing. I don't agree at all. Okay, this is dumb. What they did was outright stupid. People were like, oh, you should have just accepted the joke and went along with it, and everybody would have had a laugh and everything would have been fine, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I don't have the same moral values as you, okay? Mine are this up here because my moral standard is the Bible and God, okay? A Christian, a true Christian, would never, ever commission a pornographic picture of them or my avatar, ever. Which is what that is. It's a pornographic picture. People are like, oh, they're Christian. Why would they do that? Why would they lie about it? I would never commission such thing. As a Christian, someone who represents the Lord, I would never do that. And that's actually insulting and hurts the Christian brand image of my brand. How could you guys not understand that? Like, maybe kids watch my stuff. Maybe kids follow me on Twitter, which they probably shouldn't, because kids shouldn't be on social media anyways. Maybe there's kids out there and they see this image and then they see a bunch of people saying that I commissioned it or I wanted it drawn, and they believe them. Then they're like, wow, I didn't know Faithful was like that. That's terrible. I thought he was Christian. Can you not see how that would hurt my image and brand drastically to the target audience of people who want to watch a Christian content creator? SuperMega are idiots and stupid for doing that. If they want to rectify the situation, they need to either admit that the DMs were fake and that I didn't commission it because I didn't, and or the best possible outcome would for them to take the picture down completely and admit that this whole thing was a joke to the public, regardless if a million fans think and know it's a joke. Other people on the internet don't think it is. They are the aggressors, the agitators, the antagonists. If they want to rectify said situation without court, they need to tell everybody that I did not DM them. At least that part, because I don't even want them to take the picture down because it's too late. Thousands of people have it, and it's across the internet now. Even if they took the tweet down, it's too late. The damage has been done. But they could at least come out publicly on Twitter and say, haha, we're just kidding. He didn't really commission that. We made
We made the DMs up. But they don't have the balls to even do that!
Just hilarious. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. People have been trolling him a lot on Twitter as well, and he keeps responding to all of it. There are some super funny examples in here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever he gets, like, memed on, he'll, like, call people slow, and he's also been kind of rude to people for no reason in Fortnite lobbies as well, despite being a supposed preacher.
Wait, where are we landing? I don't, wait.
I clicked the button. It's right there, blue and yellow. We're landing right there. Pay attention, we're going. Yeah! Woo! Ride, cowboy!
Red mark, there's red
Let's
mark.
go!
Wait, there's a red one over there, and there's a red one over here.
Hey, son, did you graduate kindergarten? Literally, we're landing on blue, okay? Come on now.
Hey, that's so rude, bro.
Jeez.
That's so rude.
Here's a blue one, yeah, and I got one over there, and a red one over there.
You're 40, get a life.
Jeez. How do you know how old I am?
I can tell by your voice. It's my birthday. Can you wish me happy birthday?
Happy birthday! Congratulations! Oop, I got a bogey on me.
Oh,
I got two on me.
I'm going in! Hold my Bible. Would you stop saying that? Jeez, say something else, like, oh, beans! Oh,
wait,
dingle!
Wait, I can't say.
I can't believe this guy just got me. This guy's a noob! You guys let this guy get me.
Hey, Chud, do you always talk to minors on Fortnite? Is this like your favorite thing to do?
As often as I talk to your mom on the phone, kid.
Hold on. You're making a joke. You're making a joke about adultery. That is wrong. That is so wrong. That's so hypocritical of you, man. He's also just a huge hypocrite in other ways as well. Before I show the other clips, I just wanted to point that out. It's just, yeah. But yeah, why make jokes like that? Why make jokes about flirting with other women while you're already married? Especially if she's also a married man or a woman, my bad. But still, it's kind of weird, ain't it?
So where are you from?
That's kind of personal, I'm not gonna lie.
So, are you not an adult?
Why does that matter?
Well, because, I could see if you're a kid, you don't want to give people like, oh, I'm from Ohio, I'm from Texas, whatever, Or if you're an adult, however, that'd be a little weird because adults have conversations all the time, like in bars, for instance. You might meet a nice, fancy lady, and you might say, where are you from? And you're going to be like, oh, that's too personal.
If you go to a bar, you're kind of from that area, so
I don't know. There's a lot of people that go to bars that aren't from certain areas. Maybe you're traveling and you're taking a break and you're stopping to have a drink.
Well, I mean, adults are allowed to not share where they're from as well.
Point is, it's not a personal question, son. It's a nice social question. Like, hey, I'm from Texas. Nice to meet you. That's not personal, son. I'm not asking for your social security number, your address, whether or not you're susceptible to any diseases. I'm not asking any of that. Not that big of a deal.
Fine. 316A Harbaugh Drive, Kentucky.
I didn't ask her address, like I said, sir.
I didn't know what you asked.
I just said, where are you from? Like, you could say a state. I'm from Kentucky. And I just said I didn't ask for your address, but you gave me your address anyways. You should have done that.
I keep getting, like, friend requests. How do I, deny these?
I don't know. You don't know how to play Fortnite? You don't know how to work your system? What are you on? PlayStation, Xbox, PC?
I'm on PC, but I haven't played this game in a minute. I'm level, 1 right now, I think, in the new season.
Well, you just so happen to get into my game. You haven't played in a minute. You have no idea who I am. You're not trying to stream snipe or nothing, huh?
Nah, I don't know you, I'm not gonna lie.
You wouldn't lie? Well, do you believe in Jesus?
I used to.
You used to. Got him. Tried to get away. Get out of here, boy. Can't outrun the sheriff. He always comes to get you. What the dingle? What is that? What's this, some other numbskulls? What the heck happened? Where'd they come from?
Dr. Chad, I need you to get up!
How you doing?
I'm doing alright. How about you?
I'm doing great. Here we go. Ooh, ooh.
Is that like a voiceover type thing?
I'm a genuine person. I'm not an AI or voiceover thing.
I don't know. That sounded a little weird. I'm not.
Okay. Ask me a question. You think people couldn't answer correctly if there was a voiceover?
Well, when I said voiceover, I meant like when they like put a different voice on your voice, so it's still a person speaking. It's just like a
No, I'm
voice
genuine. This is
recruiter.
my voice.
Well, okay then, if you say so.
So what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm 18, so I still go to high school.
Oh, so you're graduating soon then. What are you going to do after high school?
I want to go to a college, like a little tech college for like cosmetology.
Cool.
I like it.
You going to cut some hair, maybe? Hairstylist too, or no? Just makeup?
I want to do it all, really, or I at least want to learn it all.
Okay.
But when I pick out what I want to do, like for real, I'm not sure. I would just have to learn it to know what I like and what I'm good at.
Well, yeah, because the reason why I ask is sometimes when people go into that kind of like that category, they generally the cosmetology stuff, but like the beauty stuff too, like and that involves hair. So that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honestly, to be an expert on all those things would actually probably be a pretty good benefit career-wise. You know what I mean?
It would. It would. Oh.
So what made you want to get into the cosmetology? Like just been something you've always been interested in most of your life, or what?
So my mother knows a good bit about cutting hair and all that good stuff and makeup, but mainly it's my grandfather. He used to own several barbershops.
Ooh, neat.
With his mother as well.
You know, it was really cool. I went to a barber shop where I walked in and they had a couch there. They had like a music going on, like a jukebox. They handed me a beer, and I like it was like super welcoming. I was like, it's like walking into a bar and then chilling and relaxing with a beer while they cut my hair. It was awesome.
I agree. I agree that a barbershop should be that kind of a place to come and relax and enjoy.
Yeah. So I also, like, I'm a content creator. I go into games and I talk to people. I like to socialize with my fellow gamer.
Yeah.
One of the questions I like to ask people is, do you believe in Jesus?
Do I believe in Jesus? I do. I'm a very Christian man, I would say. Yeah.
I just prefer like not to be posted, you know, like that makes sense.
There's no permission needed for me to post content. Did you know that?
No.
You're in a public game on a public platform.
No, it's just I don't know.
Okay. That's kind of, you're the first person in 6 years that has ever said that to me. Give me a good reason on not to post a video with you in it, and I might consider it. Did you just leave the game? He's a teen. I don't care. You know how many people, you know how many clips, you know how many thousands of clips are out there of those people interacting with kids? You did it without his permission. Are you kidding me right now? There's no privacy involved there. There's no permission needed from anybody since his parents already gave him permission to be on voice chat. So this whole like, without consent crap that people bring up is stupid, null, and void. Hey, Risky Champion, you got a microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, great. How you doing?
Good.
That's awesome. How you liking the new Fortnite season?
Good. How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Listen, kid. People of all ages play Fortnite. It's not just a kid's game. You know that, right?
Do you know somebody named Chud?
No, I don't. No, hey, do not accept any friend requests that you get from any strangers, okay? Not a good idea.
Wait, do you know Chud Kit?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
No.
He's trolling. I'm his friend.
You accepted a friend request? Why did you do that, kid? Come on. Delete him off your friends list right now.
Are you a streamer?
Yes. Don't accept any friend request, kid. Don't do that.
Wait, are you streaming?
Yes, I'm streaming. Like I said, don't accept any friend requests. These people.
Okay, somebody named Faithful_shares is not you. It says, can you say address? I'm not saying.
No. Why did you put him on your friends list? I told you don't accept friend requests.
I'm gonna unadd him.
Okay, good. Okay, let's continue to play the game. Come on, let's go. Kid, the worst thing you could do is accept friend requests from random people in Fortnite, okay? I'm telling you right now, don't do that.
Somebody that has your name keeps telling me to say something, and I'm not saying it because it's
delete it off your friend request. Like, take him off your friends list, and then he can't message you anymore.
he gets genuinely so offended if you don't answer his questions. I think it's because he's been trolled so much and he believes that if you're not answering it, it's most likely because you're also a troll. But some people, like, legit just don't want to be online like that. Some people don't feel comfortable being posted for one reason or another. It's kind of like, maybe this person's traumatized. That's another thing, too, is that there's so much context needed. There's so much, like, forgiveness as a person of faith, or just, like, even to be a decent person, to, like, forgive someone already or try to be understanding or be, like, maybe in your mind kind of maybe in a way cope with it or try to find an understanding, like, oh, maybe this person's been traumatized before by online harassment and does not want to deal with that again. Or, oh, maybe this person has this or that issue, with being posted online. So it's like I said, he's rude for no reason to some of these people. And although some of these people end up being trolls or whatever, another, like, it was like sometimes before that, even afterwards, shouldn't you be forgiving? Shouldn't you be nice to them? Although, like, I guess this is also just a complex topic, and it kind of, like, I don't want to talk, like, too much about it, don't want to shove it down y'all's throats or have it be the main thing, but it's also, like, his main thing, so that's, like, why the topic of religion and stuff like that is brought up so much in this video. And of course, like, everyone can be hypocritical, but it's just, like, he's hypocritical in way, or, like, just wrong or weird in ways that, like, are kind of more easier to just not do whenever you're trying to be a, quote, preacher, represent faith. Now, not everyone's gonna be perfect, but it's just like there's certain ways that you could easily just be a better person. He doesn't do those. And just like this whole thing as well, and that's another thing too, is that, like, why are you calling people slow? Why are you, like, you try to represent yourself as a preacher, but you're doing all this? And it seems kind of wrong, and it seems kind of weird to me that he does that. I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but it just, And another thing is, I talked about the doxing earlier. He will go quiet. He will, like, they'll say a supposed address. Apparently his wife's name, I'm not going to say. She's sadly forced into this a little bit. I don't know if she's actually online. He had a podcast, which I think had her in it. But yeah, he's married, and everyone keeps saying the same address. He, like, mutes them or leaves the lobby afterwards. So it seems like it might be the real one. I don't really know if there is much telling of that. He's also responded to hate recently in another clip. He's done this a couple times now, but here's that.
Look at all the people making videos about me suddenly. Like, it's bad spiritually, Israel. Like, it's bad. There's so many people. Biggest geek. He's done. Like, what? I kind of want to, like, watch this just to see the BS. You know what I mean? Like, just to see the BS. I don't understand, like, what they think they're exposing here. I really don't understand. Like, what does he think he's exposing here? He's done a huge backlash after Discord got exposed. Like, what? These people, it's over. What is with these people, bro? What is, get a life, bro. Get a life. It's over. People posting screenshots of people said in Discord. They're posting screenshots of what people said in Discord, and I'm just like, how is that news? How is that, quote unquote, exposed? Like, they're like, oh, look at what this guy said. Look at what this dude said. Look what this guy said. So 5,000 people are in a Discord, and you expect all of them to behave and not say one bad thing to each other? Are you kidding me right now? You're like, literally 5,000 people or more, because we ban a lot. They're like, oh, look at the things people are saying in his Discord. Wow, look at, oh my, oh gee, like, exposed for what? People being people in a Discord chat? Like, are you kidding me? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, they literally have nothing. They literally have nothing. They're grasping at straws. I locked it. I locked the chat channels and the voice channels to age restricted, right? They're age restricted. So if a minor gets in, it's not our fault. We find them and kick them out. They have nothing. They have nothing to go on. They thought I was going to open this Discord and then they're going to, like, sift through it, find all these allegations. Oh, here he is. He's saying this and that whoa, look what he said here. Look what he said there. Whoa. They got nothing. It's so hilarious. It's so hilarious to watch them squirm because they got nothing. It's hilarious. They try to tear me down, but they got nothing. Nothing. Who the hers?
People that disrespect you, they're like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just not good.
They're haters, man. They're agents of the world. That's what they are.
Yeah, I don't know what their problem is. They're always like, just talking trash on you.
Well, they got the spirit of Satan in them. That's what it is. The spirit of Antichrist, you know?
I think he's also trying to say that people are satanic and stuff, or like they're just against the Bible, which some of those people definitely are. But still, like, you can't take any accountability at all. Here's another example of him responding to someone like that's definitely trolling him, because people are doing this now. They're faking Discord messages on top of everything else. Alright, this is starting to get out of hand. Is there anything we can do about this guy? And it says, the faithful sheriff in Discord says, would you reveal your private parts to the faithful sheriff if it was by God's will to do so? React with checkmark for yes. React with just no sign for no. And he keeps responding. He responds to people on Twitter all the time. He said, this is obviously not me. Let them show the entire server. They won't. It's a well-known thing that these people can change their names on any Discord and make fake posts like this. Regardless, the Discord server is now subscriber-only feature. And I think now it's age restricted as well. I don't know why they have, like, age restrictions on it as well. I mean, like, there's, like, ways that you can age restrict and have, like, age verification before you enter a server. That's what some people do. So I think he has just a really weird system. But yeah, dude, this one's just actually hilarious. But he's been responding to hey and all this other stuff, and yeah, this is so funny to me. The whole other thing that he kind of talks about in this as well is the Discord server, because there has been kind of some issues with it. An under was a moderator, but apparently quickly removed. People that are unders or any other like supposed controversies or issues that have been shown on Twitter, he's responded to and saying that he's cleared them up. Or like, oh, the under that was a mod is now banned and stuff like that. It is kind of weird. And there was like this leaked 6-minute voice chat thing talking about how he was getting hate. It's like all really nothing. It's nothing interesting. I wish it was. Because he also had this beef with Gaming for Hope. I have no idea why. His explanation of it is mid. I can't find anything that Gaming for Hope has said about it. And Gaming for Hope said, like, if you don't like the guy, just block him. That's all I'm going to really say. Or whatever. Like, it's just weird. And that's just... There's nothing really interesting about this guy right now. Other than that SuperMega thing and everything I've talked about, there's all this other stuff of, like, alleged Discord screenshots, which I very much believe are fake, of course, and think are a meme, but he takes super serious. And he keeps complaining about that. So, I mean, other than that, yeah, because I just wanted to make sure I had everything in here, and a lot of people are probably going to bring up those Discord things. And maybe the Gaming for Hope stuff. And that's just kind of my whole wrap-up of that. Although some might be clowning him just because he's religious, others are just going to simply clown him because he's weird. And to me, it's kind of insane that he's came back, although he's just mainly popular because he copied TheBurntPeanut and is now using that character. I mean, it kind of worked in a way, but I wonder if in the end it's really going to be worth it. And with how much he responds to people, he's kind of, I don't know if he's hit lolcow status yet, but I would say that, like, he's definitely going to probably get there, and I wonder how long he's going to keep streaming for and stuff like that. One big problem is that, like, I'm not an expert at all, really. I'm not an expert at all, but, like, and I don't really know how to put it, and, maybe the way I put it is wrong, of course. Maybe it's not exactly the way it should be, but at the same time, I feel like there is just certain, like, lines and boundaries of just trying to be both a good person and represent really well that he just doesn't cross. So before I even show, like, parts of me talking for a long time about this, I just want to go ahead and say, like, yeah, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert at all. I'm not even close. To be honest, I don't really know how I feel about, like, his idea. Like I said earlier, I think that he does it very poorly. I think he's the wrong person to try to represent faith because of just all the continuous mess-ups he's done. And at the same time, the clips that have gotten him banned are kind of stuff that, like, churches would tell him, like in the middle of preaching or whatever, I feel. And of course, he's trying to be a preacher, so I just also at the same time, the thing that you can at least criticize the most is his behavior and attitude towards people, especially towards people that don't like him, or towards, like, you know, people that he doesn't agree with, like gays or transgenders. And I mean, like I said, you don't have to agree with them. You can talk about how it's wrong or whatever. And, you know, that's of course your belief. But also at the same time, you should be, like, loving and try to show, like, I mean, you don't have to, I don't know, you don't have to be, like, exactly all over them or glaze them, but you can also just be a nice person, be a good representation. And like he tried, like, or like in the example I shown earlier, he was kind of, like, in a bad representation whenever someone was actively trying to learn. But he was, like, more mid, and I guess in that case, it wasn't terrible. But at the same time, like I said, it's just more of, like, his attitude, the way he is as a person. He's also, on top of just being a streamer, he is pretty boring. He's not very entertaining. He tries way too hard with his characters. It's like Dr. Disrespect's 1 done it for years, and 2, he started as a character. He didn't, like, come up and randomly just change into a different character. He also wasn't like he was an awkward, shy dude apparently. But also at the same time, he, like, really dove deep in this character, and it's not just to simply copy someone. It was completely original. I don't know how else to put it. Some people are just not meant for it, and I don't think he is. And yeah, I don't really know. I wouldn't say that he, like, deserves to be. I don't know. He is kind of strange. The farting stuff is super strange to me. That's one really big red flag to me. Is those type of interests in him projecting those in his live streams and stuff all the time. And also, imagine, like, going into a stream or whatever, and yeah, like, someone commented, one of those clips I shown, I think it was the last farting clip. Someone was like, "Oh, I was trying to see, like, be open minded about this guy, but I tune in. This is one of the first things I seen, like, the first couple minutes." That's another thing too. It's just weird. It's very weird. It's very strange. I don't want to bash him too much. I don't want to say he's, like, an awful person for whatever reason. I think he's definitely cringe. I think he's weird, and I think that it's probably not exactly meant for this. He could definitely do something in real life in church. Because it's more like, I don't know, just in the game setting, it seems a little more strange. It's something completely new and different. And I don't really know, just even as, like, a religious man myself, I feel kind of 50-50. I feel kind of mid about it. Like I said, if he went through it better, then maybe I wouldn't really criticize him as much. There's definitely stuff to criticize, though. And also if he's just overall a better person. That's another huge thing, too. I really want the comments to talk about this, especially other, like, religious people, and even non as well, to just kind of sit there and talk about this and see what they think. And I don't know what he's expecting here. I don't know if he's... is it really, like, adults watching people like TheBurntPeanut? I feel like it's mainly kids on Twitch nowadays. It's either kids, unemployed weirdos that, like, watch, like, really bad people. Example I would use is Hassan, just because of his violent talks and stuff like that. Somehow he got brought up into this. And, like, you know, it's like stuff like that. It's either adults that are kind of strange or unemployed, or it's, like, legit just kids or people that are mentally delayed. I'm not even using that as, like, an insult. I mean, like, literally mentally delayed people, because Clavicular's apparently #1 fan, like, got on a call with them, and it's kind of obvious. A lot of people's, like, Aiden Ross's and some other people's #1 fans are mentally disabled, and they're, like, spending a bunch of money on them, on these streamers for no reason. They're already rich, and it could just go off the ad revenue alone to be completely fine. So I don't know. I think that there's definitely a lot to criticize here. I'm not saying that he's, like, completely wrong, or no, I'm not saying he's, like, completely not wrong. I think there's definitely a lot to criticize there. But some of this stuff is just like, oh, well, this is probably what I'd be told in church, you know, depending on what type of church you go to, I guess. If you go to one that's more shouting, or if you go to one that's more kind of calm. But I mean, at the same time, these kids, like, there's, like, a whole gray area with kids, and I don't know, he could have been a lot nicer to those kids. I think that's what people want. I don't know, people just, like, I've not watched a lot of videos or a lot of people's opinions on this to kind of, like, help me have, like, a better idea of what exactly to say here. Not saying I don't have an original opinion, but I don't really know what a lot of people are criticizing. But now that I think about it, definitely should have been nicer to that one kid. And probably been at least more happy that he's religious, I guess. Although, like, I don't know, it's such a complex topic. It's so hard to talk about in a lot of ways. Like the TikTok family, I would just say it's better just to not post than to continuously post like they do, because they just make it look so bad, or they represent it so terribly. But I do like the memes that are coming out of it. I think it's funny, but just from a faith standpoint, it's just not, he's not doing great. And I think that he should just overall stop, because unless it somehow becomes relevant, but he could also play the victim. He could do videos where he's like, oh, look at me getting bullied for trying to talk about God or whatever, or like they like spin it on him, or like he could do that, but it just is not going to work. He needs to just integrate to Facebook mainly, because I don't think he's going to succeed really anywhere else. But also we've seen what happens whenever people integrate to Facebook. There's just better ways of doing it, and he's just done it all very bad, and I don't really know how else to really explain it, other than, of course, like saying some bad words, you know, like how he's been doing on, you know, Twitter, and even in like some videos, I think even responding to this stuff. It's just kind of weird. But to kind of not repeat myself over and over again, I try not to, especially when I go off script, because I couldn't really even explain this whenever I wrote the script either, about like, he's just not a great example. There's other people that could do this better. I don't know anyone that really does this better. His idea of content is unique, but also just not really worth it, I'd feel. Just is not gonna have like a big success rate, or like just in general talking to people. But I mean, also at the same time, the people are getting mad at him for stuff that their preachers would say to them, and maybe it's because like, oh, he's just trying to play Fortnite. Because I feel like at the same time, like some of the stuff they're saying is probably like, you know, it's not probably, but like, isn't it like technically true in the religion and stuff like that? Even if it is, though, I don't know, it's probably just more of like the preacher's decision to talk about like in person in church, and some of these kids just don't have an understanding yet. Even no matter how much you tell them, they're not going to really have a good understanding. So, you know, there's always that weird gray point as well. I don't know, there's like, people are kind of hating on him, and like, I don't know, I do think he's cringe, I do think he's weird. And, you know, just, I don't know. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Maybe you all can explain it better than I could. And most of the time you all can. You all can put it into some good words. Better than sometimes I can explain. I've been trying to think, but I just cannot. That's the best I can get for you. But thank you for watching, especially this far. Make sure you use YouTube's mobile-only hype feature on this video if you haven't already. Watching the video all the way through helps out the most as well. But make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I make videos on locals, internet dramas, and more. I have some very weird souls I make like a series on. I have multiple ongoing series going over some of the internet's weirdest souls. And yeah, it just gets really weird. There's plenty of hours of content as well. So if you need like hours, if you need something to binge watch, you or your friends need something, you know, I'm here. And, you know, I'm going to continue to upload, of course. I don't know if I'll make another video updating you all on him, unless he gets into more dramas, maybe. Or if he says something outrageous, gets banned again, whatever it may be. Because for now, I don't see him really doing much more, like, actually extreme. There's some locales that I haven't covered too specifically that I thought about covering soon. But I don't know if I will. One of them is just such an extensive history. Not like as extensive as Christian, but it's just like kind of long. It's gonna take a lot of time, I feel like, more than I expect, or more than I'd like, especially with how much detail I like to go into. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Some of the stuff was like legit funny. It's so funny to watch this guy get clowned on, but it's like, you know, I don't know. Some people that are also more religious could also probably explain this and give good comment on it. Yeah, that's as far as I'll go with it. But make sure to of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow my Twitter is linked in the description below. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and keep God close.
God wanted me to be a man!